Here's to being in your 20s and not knowing what you're doing or where you're going, where we know everything and nothing at the same time, where we aren't fully grown, but we are no longer kids. Today, we take time to acknowledge the 20-somethings. Welcome back to another episode of the 20-somethings podcast. I'm your host, Corrupts, and today we have a special guest, my dearest friend.
Hello, guys. My name is Faith, but I go by Faye.
So me and Faith have been friends since 7th grade.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Obviously we know nothing about life in 7th grade. We're in middle school, but I would come to her house on the weekends often. You know what I realized when I went over your house? Like, it didn't matter how late we stayed up, what we did on Saturday. When you wake up the next day, your ass is going to church.
Oh, yeah.
And growing up, my household, my family, we never went to church as a family.
Yeah.
So, you really, you showed me, a whole different life. I really respect you. You're a year older than me. Let's do a check-in, 20-somethings podcast check-in. How old are you?
24. And what? Next this Friday?
Yes.
25. So.
How do you feel about that? Being at the midpoint of your 20s.
I'm scared, honestly. Life flew by, bro. Thinking about them, just damn. I'm about to really be 25. I'm excited.
Yeah, for what's to come.
Yes, definitely. I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for new beginnings. And just oh my God, I feel it in my back already. I feel 25. I really do.
We're going to get into it. Let's do a little icebreaker.
Okay.
We're going to do a little this or that edition. 20-somethings, obviously, edition. But just a little icebreaker. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Day brunches or night outings?
That's hard. I like both.
I would go with day brunches.
I would say day brunches, yeah.
Yeah.
Day brunches.
I mean, depending on how lit you might get, you might be in the bed by 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Love it. Rubbing my feet together. Would you rather be broke but doing what you love or wealthy but unhappy with what you do?
Broke.
But doing what you love?
But doing what I love, yeah. Because money buys happiness, but I'd rather be broke and love what I do. I'm eventually I can get money.
Yeah.
But I'll be broke and happy with what I'm doing.
Festivals or concerts?
Concerts.
I love a good concert.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I went to the Broccoli City Festival last year. Worst time of my life.
Really?
I mean, not only was it hot, it was just the lines were long. Performances took forever. It was nowhere to sit. I don't know. It wasn't my vibe. Tattoos or piercings?
Do I have to choose? I love both.
Yes, you have to. It's this or that.
I say piercings.
Okay, talking or listening?
Listening.
Why is that?
Because I don't always want to overtalk people. I want people to know, I'm listening.
Yeah. I had to learn how to talk without thinking of a response.
Yeah.
I mean, listen without thinking of a response. Just listen just to listen.
Right.
But let's get into childhood, okay? So growing up, you had all brothers, house full of boys. Faith was I'm trying to tell you, Faith was a real nigga. She still is. But growing up, it was oh, she's not with the girly girl shit. Shit is real on her end. But how was it? What did it teach you?
It taught me not to take nothing from no one. That's one thing. And I can't even say brotherly love is a strong love because growing up, all that broke. So, but it definitely taught me a lot. It definitely taught me, just, having that family bond when it was there. You know what I mean? Just hold on to that tight. Because it's that shit broke like that. You get what I'm saying? We got older and just we all went our own separate ways. But
did you guys try to keep the relationship?
I would more say no, because as me, I'm the little one, the youngest one. I always got, checking on them. They never checking on me. So it's just I felt Y'all didn't care. Y'all didn't think about me each day. You know what I'm saying? We was doing our own thing, like them working or taking care of the kids, niece and nephews. Just like they was just saying their own word, and we all know how one of them is. So
yeah,
we ain't gonna get into that part. But
so wait, so you wouldn't say that? I guess you have the strongest relationship now with your brothers.
No, I don't.
Okay. Does that affect you? Like, do you hurt?
It used to, but now not no more.
Yeah, I think sometimes, well, they say family's family, or like, oh, we're supposed to accept family. But sometimes like family be shitting on you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So it's like what is that medium?
Mm-hmm.
Like what do you I guess as you got older and you're more in your 20s, how was it creating boundaries?
Oh, it was hard. Like it was real hard. Like the disrespect became so much more. It became more toxic. Like I thought living with my mom it was toxic, but it came to a point where you're a little bitch. You're a little you gay as fuck now. All this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we all didn't expect me to be with a girl, but it all came out in issue colors, and I'm like, damn, like that's how y'all really feel.
So it bothered them.
Oh yeah.
And it brings me back to the point when I said we would go to church and all the time. So do you feel like religion has played a part in, I guess, judging that you're with a woman now?
With my mom, I feel like in the beginning it was oh my god, she's really feeling this girl. But now it's like she's like, I love who you love. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not like she's like, oh, in the Bible it says this and that. She's it's not her life at this point. So I feel like she's just like okay with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is what it is.
And it's like you don't want to put judgment on your kids.
Yeah.
Like that just creates problems within itself.
Definitely.
But your mom always a sweet lady. Loved her. She's super hospitable always. And I mean like she's a strong woman. You raised all them kids. So
definitely.
Would you say you had a life discovery? And I don't know if you're comfortable talking about this, but to know that your mom that raised you wasn't your biological mom.
What do you mean by that?
So basically, when did you even find that out?
I literally found out a week before my 18th birthday and when I was working at Burger King in a drive-thru, girl.
And break it down for me.
So long story short, I was in the drive-thru, hello, how you doing? You paying cash or card?
Right.
I turned, she just staring at me like literally. I'm like, ma'am, your total is this, and that. You know what I mean?
She's like startled.
She's just startled, like, and then it's some little boy's store. I ain't gonna say he was little. He's probably like a teenager. Mm-hmm. He in the passenger seat just sitting there. He's like, give her the money, give her like this nugging on her. She finally gave me the money. I closed the window. I got my manager. I'm like, yo, Richard, you gotta get her. Like, you gotta get her out my drive. Like, she being weird. Like, and I don't mind you. I'm still in high school. I'm hot headed.
Right.
I'm like,
right.
yo, this some weird shit. Like, she gotta she gotta go.
Right.
Richard, like, I'm like, that's what I said. She run out the drive through time. Like, she gotta go. Like, what's going on? So he's like, he was like, but you don't feel comfortable. At that point, I didn't. I'm like, she just keeps, like, at that point, he goes to the window. It was just, like, weird gazes. Yeah. So then he goes to the window. He's like, get her change back. And she just keep telling him, like, no, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her. And he's like, man, you made her feel uncomfortable now. So, like, we're going to give you your food. And you're going to, go about your day and have a good day.
Yeah.
And give her food. Next thing you know, the teenager that was sitting in the passenger seat, he comes inside.
So now it's like, what are you doing in here?
Right, mind you, my name tag say fake money, and never even said my whole name.
Right.
He's like, hey, can I speak to the light-skinned girl named Faith in a drive-thru? How you know my name? So I'm like, I'm talking. They're like, who want me? You get what I'm saying? So I go up there. He like, my name's Nick. I mean, I'm a younger brother. But then I'm like, no, you lying. I don't even know you. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, do you know Aunt Mary? Do you know Terrell and Lamar and Chantel? I'm like, yeah, I know. They're all my cousins, aunts, uncles. You get what I'm saying? He's like, no, they're not. So I'm laughing like, yo. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, they're not your cousins. Like those. He's like, they're your cousins the whole time. Like that's really your aunt. That's not your cousin. And I'm just like, I should call my mother. I'm like, yeah. Straight sliding off. He just still waiting in the dining room. He still just kept waiting. I went for my mother. I'm like, yo, somebody up here telling me that they my younger brother are married and not my aunts, this and that. She's like, what they look like? You just come home. Just come home. I'm like, all right, I'm coming home and I get off my shit. I wasn't off yet. Mm-hmm. So I go in the dining room. I get to talking to him more. And it just all started adding up because when I was probably like 4 or 5, we all went to Six Flags. This is like he was always around my mom's family. Mm-hmm. We went to Six Flags with my sister Karen. She's like, Lucky, when you gonna tell Nanny I'm really her sister? My mom, I never saw her get mad. That's why I wonder why they always call her Lucky. She straight snatched go got the cousin this bitch out, all that, some whole other shit. We straight like Six Flags. There was another incident where we had like, family cookout. She stayed home, but I went out with my brothers and yeah, all my brothers went. We all went to the cookout. I didn't know that he was my father, but my father, his name's Lamar. He got the cookout drunk as hell, like, I'm really your father, right? You really... I went with my older brother Terrell. I'm like, Terrell.
And what age was this?
This was like 9. This was 9.
Okay.
And I'm like, over my brother Terrell, like, yo, you need to get him. Like, he's on some weird shit telling me he's my father. I'm like, he's not my father. Like, Terrell, like, my brother Terrell, at that point in time, too, he was like, no, man, like, he is. That's our father. He's like, darn, it's not our father. That's our father. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, you just geeking. Like, I'm just telling him. But it was to the point where I really started believing. I started crying. I'm like, man, this is like too many times happening. And then it's probably like a week after that. We knows these kids going through our people's stuff. I'm making mother call trying to find some dollar bills and shit, trying to get some snacks. I found the whole paper telling me, like, long story short, she's been texting me and, it's the process of me being adopted. I was in the process of being adopted and she was still getting, foster kid checks from me. So I asked her, I'm like, this is about like, yeah, I'm still 9. I'm like, am I adopted? She's like, why would you say that? Like, you just straight got a spasm. And I'm like, because I saw something in the car that said I was adopted, you get money from me. I said, when you getting money from me, I want that. Like,
and this was at 9?
It was at 9.
Wow.
And she still just kept lying. She said, go get the papers. I'm going to look at the papers. She really like, no, this is not what it is. So what is it? Like, I'm not dumb. I'm in school. I'm 9 years old at this time.
Right.
Girl, there was another time. This is probably the last time she allowed me to be around our family. This was about when I was like 15. I was 15. We went to Six Flags again. And it was just a whole world. Matter of fact, we didn't even go. We were supposed to. But it became like a family thing. Like, my cousin that passed away on Thanksgiving. It turned out to be like, you know how they want to fuck around, have all these big mothers. It happened to where she started arguing. My mother and my aunt was arguing with her about her coming. My mother was like, she's not coming. Like, she's not family. Girl, they got that beef, and next thing you know, my aunt even said it, like, you didn't need to tell me that. It was that so heat. She said that, you didn't need to tell me that. That's really not your daughter. Like, you know how to get back, you know how to hurt each other's feelings.
Yeah, you saying.
So then at that time, I'm just like, damn, like, this is too many times now that I'm hearing it. So when I finally kept asking her, she just kept saying, no, but when it was that week before my 18th birthday, and I came home, I just kept telling her, like, just tell me, is it true? She told me,
you just got to the point where
I wanted to know. Like, at that point, it was too many times. And then it was like another time when we was kids, Chris used to be so mad at me.
Chris is her brother.
Yeah, Chris is my brother. Chris used to tell me all the time, that's why you're fucking adopted. You get what I'm saying?
You know what? People, siblings say that.
Yeah.
And it's like a joke.
It was a joke.
Really adopted.
But I'm like, man, every time he would get mad, he would say that. I'm like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
So like I said, when it finally came down to it, got off work. She sat me down in the living room. And she just looked so stressed. Like, so out of it.
Yeah.
Because, like, she knew. She was like, why? I felt like she felt like, why at this time, a week before her birthday, if I wanted to tell her, let me tell her own time. That's how I felt. That's how she felt.
Right.
But then she probably also felt like, I'm letting these people get in my head. But when she felt like that, I felt like she didn't know her daughter. Because I've been with you my whole life.
Exactly.
I barely know these people from Adam or Eve.
Yeah.
Nobody walk up to me right now and tell me, oh, I'm your sister.
Yeah.
Bitch, that don't mean shit to me.
Especially seeing, like, you grow up, like, nobody can deny the love that you have for your mother.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So, who were they claiming that your mother was? Your aunt?
Or no, I never even met... No one even broke her name up. I never even knew of this bitch.
Your real mother?
Yes.
No, but I'm saying... the mother you grew up with, who were they saying she was?
That's really my cousin. She's still in the family.
Right.
But she's literally my cousin in real life. Like,
got you. Wow.
So that's really my cousin. Reggie, Chris, they're really my cousin. Terrell, which is my older brother, he is my blood brother. But we just got different mothers.
I don't think I've ever met him.
He in jailbird. He in jail right now.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm praying he come home for my birthday, but I mean, that's my blood brother. We got the same father. He got a different mother, God rest her soul, and I got, Chantel.
And who did this lady look like? Like, when she went through the drive-thru, like, what did she look like? Because you grew up with a dark-skinned mother.
Yeah, I saw her. She was white. I know that for a fact. She was white and big. she like a straight crackhead. Like, I'm not even lying. That's when I came about, I was a crack baby, so I didn't even know that even, like, coming about you. That's things I should know. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to dance swimming by myself at 18, 19. Those are things I should know about me growing up, and anything happens. Yeah. But she just like, a recovering crackhead, but still like she was doing shit. On some real shit. She had glasses, just like an old, normal white.
So do you feel like you went through a phase after you found out? Like,
oh, yeah. I stayed over his house, like, this is his boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll bleep his name.
Yeah, you can't be definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I was at that man's house for like a month, and his father Ben was just like, when it came about, we was all like, yo, we knew it. And I'm like, yo, we all knew it.
And it's like, I didn't know it.
No, if it's even y'all didn't know it or y'all had questionable thoughts about it. Because if you think about it, okay, look at my mom, right? Y'all never saw Dawn because Dawn was never around. And if he was in and out before.
And that was your father. That's your...
Not my real father.
Not but that's who they said your father was. Okay.
So I believed it. Like, he's like more complexion, a little lighter.
Yeah.
So you see me, you see him, and then you see my older brother Terrell. You're like, okay, yeah, that's his kid's father. But I used to always think, like, my mother has a different baby father for Chris and Reggie because they were so dark.
Right.
But like I said, when it came about, like, oh yeah, no, you're this, you're that, and I'm just like, I may be white. I don't know. Look at my hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was too many things above the lines, and I'm like, I look nothing like my mother. I don't. I look nothing like her. Dawn, I may have, some complexions or some resemblance, but no, girl. It had to come out. So when it came out, we was like, no, we knew it. But it just, the way it came about, that's what hurt me so bad, because she just kept lying.
So you would have preferred, this is always so interesting, because you see a lot of stories like this where...
I feel like I was on Lifetime. I used to on Lifetime. I was on Lifetime, girl.
You see so many stories about this, and you wonder, in a child's point of view, when would you have wanted to know? Mm-hmm. Or would you have ever wanted to know?
Yeah.
So what would you have wanted to know? Or honestly, this could have been a secret kept untucked?
No, I wouldn't have wanted to that way, honestly. I would have wanted to know, because at the end of the day, let me make that decision to know my real mom and dad.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's fair, yeah.
But at the end of the day, my mom told me the story, my godmom told me the story, like how it came about. My mom actually allowed them to be around them. But when she would come home from work, they strung out on drugs and shit still. I'm in the house crying, shitty diaper, you know what I'm saying? Not sad, none of that. So she's like, no, I can't keep having y'all around her. Yeah. Like you said, my mom has a good heart.
Yeah.
She was trying to let them be around them, but drugs was just calling their name. Yeah. Literally.
So have you ever, tried to reach out after?
Twice. That day, the same night it happened, I talked to her on the phone, and that's how I knew it was real, because she knew stuff about me that no one knew. So my mother was like, she was feeding someone and her family information, and they were going back and telling this lady, oh, I was about to graduate, I was, a good student, I've been with my, such and such for this many years, I don't have any kids, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, I'm just working, stuff like that. Right. That's how she knew where I worked at. That's why she came up to the job. I'm like, okay. So now, when she finally started telling me this on the phone, I straight went to my mom, like, even though sitting there, that was my mom. I went to her and I'm like, Mom, Aunt Mary told her all that shit. She's like, no, she couldn't. I said, who's the only person you talking to right now? Or be at the house? No, it can't be. I'm telling you. I may be a week before I'm about to be 18, but I'm telling you. I'm not no dumb ass bitch. Yeah. And all this information, the only person that's been around that much longer, when she come around, she asks me questions, is Aunt Mary. Yeah. That's it, that's all. So when she finally came about, she's like, they're just, no, this bitch is lying to you. Because it was to the point where I'll say I was living with such and such for that long, and she would call me, you ever coming home? They're telling me you calling them, crying to them. Like I said, then again, you don't know me. Because why the fuck would I call these motherfuckers talking about why you leaving with? I'm about to be grown right now. Yeah. In my head, I'm about to be grown. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
You can telling me I'm calling them talking about why am I leaving you with me and such and such. I don't give a fuck about that.
So Mary was kind of like the mule, like the connection between the two.
That's what basically started all of it. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like they had a plan, honestly. Like, you come up to somebody's job a week before their 18th birthday.
What do you think that plan was? Just to get in connection with you?
To do what they did. They hurt my mother. Because they would call her and tell her, oh, Nene's calling us, asking us, why did y'all leave her with me and such. Like I said, I'm too grown for that shit. Why would I call y'all saying that now? I don't even know nothing about y'all. Like I said, when I talked to Chantel that first time on the phone, she was telling me everything she knew about me. I said, okay. And then probably like when I did talk to my godmother after she telling me the story, because I felt like my mother was just lying about shit.
Yeah, it's like hard to trust.
Yeah, so I talked to my godmother. She told me like some things connected the dots, and I'm just like, okay, now I probably do want to talk to Shanta.
Yeah.
Next day I
Which
text
is your
her.
grandmother?
Yes.
Okay.
Next day I text her, ask her, can we meet up? Because whole time she lived out Dundalk. But I was out Middle River.
Wow. So
too close to home.
So close.
So damn close. So I'm telling you,
Not the dirty dick.
followers, right? Like, damn. I was just like, wow. So I hit her up, asked her, can we look up? Bitch gonna say I got the wrong number, y'all. I got the wrong number. I was just talking to you a week ago with the same number.
It's like she got scared or something.
But I was still kept in contact with Nick. That's my blood brother, the one that was, in the Burger King line with her.
Does he look like you?
He's light skinned, tall.
Yeah.
His hair is like more cruddy. Like it's more I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like he don't even take care of his hair. Like he could have good hair, but you know how it's once it's like that, you don't sit kick butt with it, put nothing in it, you done for.
And so y'all still have a relationship?
Not now, no.
Not now.
Like I said, I was trying to just keep a relationship with him after she tried that bullshit. So you know what? I'm just trying to build a relationship with my younger brother.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying? Right. Kept contact with him for a little bit, and it was just more lies. They would go back and something else. My biological mother. She's still calling me saying she wanted. Matter of fact, I wasn't even home. So I don't understand why she was believing. And you can say I wasn't home. She felt I was mad at her. I wasn't contacting her, but you had to give me that time. Yeah. Because I gave you that time. Right. So it's only respectful to let me get my time. You get what I'm saying? They got what they wanted. They head up a lot. It was like for a whole good probably 3 months. She would just not talk to me, right? I'm like, you alright? She's like, I'm fine. You're not fine. Or I got called, she started busting out crying, and I'm like, what's wrong? Like, I didn't do nothing to you, right? And she said, I feel like I wanted to tell you on my own time. Which is understandable. Yeah. That she felt like Chantel took that away from her, which she did. She did. But it happened, and it is what it is. I don't love her no less. I don't love her no more. God doesn't make any mistakes. Oh, yeah. At all. At all. Yeah. But it's like now for the things that, like I said, for us to be the way we is now, it's just like, damn, because we was all tight when I was adopted. So it's like, you would think we made way better than what we is now. Right. But, people change like season. They do. And everyone, everyone is going through their own path, and it's hard to tell people how to move or how to feel. And I really pray on that situation for you. I hope that there can be some type of middle ground with that, and everyone have a certain understanding with each other. Honestly, you can pray, because I pray for him, talk to him. But at the end of the day, I feel like the things people do to you, and just because they family, they think, oh, it's okay. Yeah. But they've been doing this shit to me my whole life. It's to the point where all I can do is pray for you. I don't hate you. I don't love you no less. But I will never. I can forgive you, but I will never forget. Yeah. And I feel like that forget will never make me fuck with them the same. Like, hi, bye, that's fine. But chilling with y'all, family gatherings, no, that's dick. Like, I can't be phony with y'all no more. Like, still to this day, they just phony. Like, I can't do that. One day they have to grow up, and that's how I look at it. Yeah. One day y'all have to grow up. Y'all not in y'all teens no more. Y'all not little ass boys no more. Y'all have to grow up one day. And if I gotta leave y'all behind, then so be it. Yeah. So be it. So, in other words, we brought up nameless. Okay. Right? Yeah. You're the reason I met my first boyfriend. Do you know that? Like, you were. I don't want to call him my first boyfriend because, I was 15, so I don't really want him out here claiming me. Yeah. But, you were the catalyst. I went over your house, and we always used to be with, a group. Yeah. Little, in the Middle River. Yeah, a little posse. Yeah. Okay. And, we met through mutual. So, but you were... You fucking know who... Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. I know, I forget often as well. I don't think that ever be claimed. Yeah, no. So my ex and your ex were friends. Mm-hmm. You were with your ex for years, years. Yeah, so so wait, how? And it was at a young age. How long were you guys together? Girl, I don't even know. It was long. Grade to I would say we was high school sweethearts, but it was always up and down, because we were still fucking with each other through our high school. Yes. So I would say about a good 8 years for real. Maybe good 8-9 years. And what did that relationship
teach you about love, like, at a young age? Are we getting deep? Are we getting
something hard? I don't know. Cause I never expect, like, you know me, bitch. When we grew up, I'm like, oh, I'm never letting no one touch me. I don't even like guys like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was just like
any lessons that came out of that young love
to treat them motherfuckers how they treat you, okay? If I would knew that growing up, but I just feel like at the end of the day, I learned a lot. Like I can go on and on and on, but at the end of the day, I learned a lot about respect. At the end of the day,
yeah,
I learned a lot of respect, if more so.
I think with that relationship, because I would go over there often, and it was a certain point where you started living together too at a young age. Wait, I'm like, how old were you guys?
It's just, I laugh now because, like, my mom used to always say, oh, he's not staying the night, da-da-da-da, but it's like...
He was a resident.
Okay.
Okay. He was a resident. And, like, I think every time...
I would say, wait, he moved in probably, like, in the freshman year, I would say.
How did that relationship affect your 20s now? Like, moving now in your 20s with, obviously, new relationships.
Because I had been played with so many times, when I got someone serious, I didn't take them serious. You know what I'm saying?
It like damaged you.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I had something good and I fucked it up. Because I was so used to, oh, this motherfucker's cheating on me, or this motherfucker's doing this, or this motherfucker's doing that. Trust issues. I feel like, no, we did this part already.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So you guys went through a lot of things, and I feel like sometimes you can tell with your friends, like, based on who they're messing with, like, whether the person's bringing them down or if, they're bringing them up. Yeah. And so I know back then, around that time, I feel like your energy was a little lower. It was kind of like draining you. Yeah. But I want to know, because I fall victim to this too, but when we're young, why do you think it's like so hard for us to leave? Like when we're young and in love?
For me, it was not even the memories, the chemistry we had. Like, we grew up, we was friends first, you get what I'm saying? And then we grew up with each other, you get what I'm saying? Like, we literally watched each other. We was in the sandbox with each other at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was even before that was my nigga, that was my friend. Yeah. And I was gonna miss that. I think that's what it is for us. Like, we value friendship and, people so much that we love and care for that we still want them around. Yes. But that's when they neglect that. Like, oh, I still got this side. No, you can't. Because at the end of the day, it's not always like that on our end. You get what I'm saying?
I would say that was like the same for my last relationship. Like, great guy. Like, we had such a great friendship. We started as friends and then we started dating. And like, greatest love I've ever experienced. But it was so emotionally taxing. Yeah. Like, although it's like, we had high highs, but then like low lows. Right. And it's like, now you have to figure out, okay, does it overweigh? Does the high highs overweigh the low lows? Like, do I want somebody controlling my emotions this much to the point where now I'm like, I'm functioning, but I ain't really in it. Right. Now you become the focal point. Yeah. And a man should never be the focal point. Right. Like, no, not at all. We shouldn't idolize men because I just think that leads to disappointment. Oh, yeah. And we know we've had our disappointments. Okay. We've had our disappointments. But and we're so quick to say, like, F the past, like, F the history, but the relationships we've had has shaped us. Yeah. So, yeah. And your relationship now, you're in a new relationship now. Yeah. How long have you been in your new relationship?
What is it? What is it, 2024 now?
This is 2024.
4 years.
Wow. Yeah. Let me ask. August 19th.
August 20th, 2019.
Did you ever see yourself actually moving out of your relationship, the past one, and moving into a new one? Like, did you see yourself moving on and actually taking a person seriously?
Oh, yeah. I knew, like, after I was going through all this shit, I was like you just said earlier, like, we're there, but we're not there.
Right.
I was there, but I wasn't there anymore. I'm like, I can't keep putting myself through this. Like, I don't love myself enough.
Yeah.
If I continue to keep allowing someone to treat me like this, I don't love myself enough. And I started to know, I bet you my worth, but I wanted it.
You get lost. You get so lost.
Yep.
You get so lost. I thought, like, for a while, and I don't know, sometimes I still, maybe because I haven't really found that connection, like, again, from my past relationship, I still be like, like, I wonder if, like, you know, a man will want to be my friend first, like, genuinely, you know, before even thinking about, you know, trying to make a move. Like, I wonder if I can cultivate a real bond again. And, like, my last relationship really taught me what love was, like, outside of family, like, how a man's supposed to love you, how a man's supposed to treat you. So I be wondering, like, damn, am I ever gonna find that again?
Yeah.
But yeah. So the relationship now, you're 4 years in, right? And it's with a woman.
Yes.
So do you consider yourself gay, or you just fell in love with a woman?
I fell in love with a woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, like, I feel like it's different. Like, the whole thing, like,
Put me on. Let me see what I'm missing out on. Let me see if I got
it's just like the love language. Like, they love you in your love language because, you know, we're females. You know,
exactly.
And then at the end of the day, like, I pray to God every day. Like, I got who I got because she been there. She done had, you know, her threesome around cheating. It's not.
Yeah.
Now she, like I said, she ready to settle down.
Yeah.
It's not
done.
no shit like, oh, I would just took this. I was just fucking with and we like we live with each other. No, it's not nothing like that. Like, she really on some. We stand down when we getting married. You know what I'm saying? Like, she want to go to the courthouse tomorrow, bitch, or some real shit. But
how do you feel about getting married?
I'm excited.
Really?
Yes. Marriage is just a beautiful thing. Like, especially if you want to settle down with that person for the rest of your life. It's a beautiful thing. Like, it's not. I mean, it's not peaches and cream. Don't get me wrong.
And how did you know,
girl?
How did you know?
I can't say really, but.
I can say.
Honestly, it was just how she cared for me.
Yeah.
Like, when I would go through this stuff with my family, like, in the beginning, she wouldn't say nothing. She's like, you know, I know you could defend and, you know, stick up for yourself, but after it was like, how much more are you going to take? Like, she taught me a lot, honestly. Like, that's why, honestly, I'm not going to say I grew up, because I grew up even before I met this girl, but honestly, it was like, you know.
You were pretty grown.
It's like my big girl pants on for real, because she just taught me so much about life that I have no idea about. You know what I mean?
So, do you think you would, like, ever go back to a man? Like, if it didn't work? Like, are you just so...
It's not out of the question.
It's not out of the question.
Yeah, like, I would say, okay, to go back to your question, like, yeah, I would say I'm bisexual. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, oh, yeah, I'm straight gay. Like, I would fuck with a girl again. I would fuck with a guy again, but that nigga made it so hard for me to fuck with a nigga again. Like,
because what they're capable of.
Yeah.
So you don't think a woman is capable of the same thing?
Oh, yeah. Especially these little ass girls. You get what I'm saying? These little ass girls, yeah, they try to be a nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want to be a nigga so bad. They try to act like a bit. No.
Yeah.
I mean, even, like I said, even if I was to leave her, fuck with another nigga, fuck with another girl, it definitely would be like, probably just honestly.
Yeah.
I would never take somebody seriously. Unless I know for myself, or like, yeah, I need to let you know, like, how I'm really feeling. But I feel like it probably would just be like, you know, not a one night stand shit, but like, hey, we just talking to each other type stuff, you know? Yeah.
Has your sexuality, because we, well, you kind of grew up in church, would you say, right? So would you say, like, your sexuality compromised your religion, or are you still like, I believe in God?
Oh yeah, me and her prayed with each other. You know, her parents are pastors.
I did not know that.
They have their own little church and everything, girl. Yes.
Wait, I did not know that.
So yeah, like, her parents are pastors. So like, we go to their church sometimes. We pray with each other. Yeah. She's a firm believer. She's a firm believer of God. She's a Christian as well. Yeah. So it's like nothing.
And her parents are obviously accepting.
Oh yeah, I mean, now, you know, all these years. Yeah. Like, but definitely, like, y'all should come to our church matter of fact. I'm not
I had no clue that. No, I had no clue. I didn't even know you were still going. So I'm like,
I mean, I don't go now. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but I do need to go.
Yeah.
I did. Like, I sure went today. For real.
Yeah. But you would have been like everybody else who don't go.
Okay.
And then goes on Sunday. This would have been acceptable.
Right. Yes. Okay.
This would have been acceptable.
Definitely. But we definitely both are, like I said, we're both Christians. We love God. We pray with each other. When we have our little road trips, we'll go from country to, gospel to R&B.
Yeah. And that's good, the balance.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a bit older, so do you like dating older? Like, you wouldn't go.
That mindset. Like I said, when I was 15, I was already thinking like a 19-year-old. You get what I'm saying?
You were, yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, I feel like that's what my level is.
And the niggas, like, I'm not gonna lie, even though I date kind of older guys, like a couple years older, it still don't be there. Yeah. Like, it's still not.
You still got your immature ones. Like,
yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Those who just haven't grew. I be wondering, like, what stage of man, what age is it all just gonna click for them? Yeah. And they're like, yeah, I'm just tired of being, like, a dickhead.
I think it's honestly the way their lifestyle is, you ask me. Or the way they grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What their mother and their father allowed. Yeah. Honestly.
And niggas needed their fathers. Yeah. They don't realize you needed your father. Like, you can try to act like, oh, you learn how to be a man from the streets. And no. Yeah. You needed an active, positive male role model
in your life.
Stop it.
Literally, like...
Yeah, so I don't know. You kind of make me want to see what that's like.
Try it. Don't just try it. For real.
I just don't know if I can really go through with everything. Because I want to be fair to the other woman.
I used to say the same thing.
I want to be fair to the woman. I don't want to just be a receiver.
But honestly, let me tell you right now, so how we met. In the beginning, when Tiffany met me, I was with such and such. So it's not like she didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She knew I fucked with a girl. I mean, we don't know fuck with in high school. So
I wonder if that was a challenge for her, though. Like, she's with a man. Let me see.
No, because honestly, when I asked her, she was not worried about sex at all. She was really, like, getting to know me. Like, she really... y'all know the show Star? Who? Star.
Yes.
Girl, that was our show. We used to bitch watch that show. It was coming on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I don't fucking know. But I used to be on that bitch house every day, every week of the week, watching Star House. And we just...
And it wasn't nothing... So it wasn't nothing intimate.
No. Well, it was just I go over there with my cousin, my homegirl. We smoke. That bitch be high as shit. Off her little personal blunt. That bitch stuff all enough. She over there like... I'm not smoking anymore. Like, the bitch had the time. Like, she's like, how do y'all smoke so much? Like, what the
Yeah.
But we literally just, like, we used to work with each other. And it was like, one day, I'm like, I watched Star. She's like, I watched Star too. We just bonded off that shit. Like, she had bought. That's what happened. Fucking fool.
Oh, and you fell in love.
I was like, what's her girl hot? Yes. So we was at work. She bought us lunch. And probably like a couple weeks after that, we just started chilling, smoking at her house, watching Star. One thing led to enough. She told my homegirl she liked me, and I'm like, I like this little girl too, but
I know I like this little girl.
I don't, like you said, I would never go that far. I'm like, nah. Like, I experienced me and Mackenzie ain't never like actually have sex or do shit like that. You know, dry air hump, coochies on coochies, kiss, maybe
don't
shower.
act like you've never bumped a coochie
right.
or two when you were younger. Don't act like it never happened.
But it was just like, I don't know. It was definitely just, we grew up over Star. Yeah. Mom's created off a fucking TV show.
Off of a TV show, man.
Off a TV show.
So let's get into corrupt comments, okay? So this video is about, can your partner be your best friend?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna hear what their perspective is. This is the Don't Trip podcast, okay?
Do you think your partner has to be your best friend?
That's interesting because part of me wants to say yes, but part of me also wants to say at a certain point in the relationship, no. Like once you have kids, I believe that like your life becomes about them and making sure they have the proper things. So like that best friendship that was once there might not necessarily be there the whole time. But you can still love that person and care for that person.
Once we get in a relationship, when I think of best friend, we two different people. Best friends are two different people. You don't have to agree on everything. You don't have to make things work. You guys can argue. You could do whatever. But when you get in a relationship, you're not a best friend anymore. It's more of a partner. Like, you guys are supposed to be one. Like, it's supposed to be one person, not two different people that are cool or like that have just a good vibe. You're supposed to try to move in unity.
What do you think about that? Do you think your partner can be your best friend? Or do you think it's like a certain cutoff point where you guys kind of, the dynamic changes a bit?
Honestly, she can be my best friend. Like, I mean, I got my best friends, but y'all know we all have our friends. You know, we all have that friend where we go, going outside. Oh, I'm calling this.
Yeah.
If I want to chill, movie day, yeah, I know who my homebodies is. You get what I'm saying? So we all have our friends for a different reason, but when it comes down to that, yeah, she can be my best friend because, I mean, first off, she's a girl, so I feel like we're going to gossip together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell her to see just like she's telling me to see.
Yeah.
So that
might be cool. I never think about it.
Yeah. And it's like, that's what you down to ride. Like, my bitch know I'm down to throw the hands with anybody, but bitch, if you know you about to be that right there with you, okay? That's like, yes, it's your partner, but they also got them best friend tendencies.
Yeah.
You know
I would say, with my last relationship, like I said, we were best friends. We met at work together. We worked together, and I think when things started to get more serious, and you know, we were actually like faced with real relationship issues and things.
Yeah,
it was kind of like the best friend role kind of dwindled a bit. You know, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I can tell this person everything, because it's like, now you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Like, now you're saying things and like my feelings are hurt now.
Yeah.
So now it's like the things that might have been cool when we was friends, you know, laughing giggles, it's like, oh, what you mean by that?
Now you trying to use that shit.
Yeah, like, what you mean by that? What do you mean when you say that? So I don't know. I think you would like, yes, I would like for my partner to be my best friend, but sometimes the lines can get blurred.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Let's get into the 20-somethings questions. We got a question that I actually said on the last pod, but I want to hear what you have to say, because I feel like, you know, you've been through a lot of things. So I just want to know what you think about it. So the 20-somethings questions. 20-somethings questions. At this stage in your 20s, what's something you want to apologize for?
My anger.
Your anger.
Yeah, because I could say, I may have pushed a lot of people away that really cared about me. You know what I'm saying? And my anger, as we been in Aries, you all know we hot-headed, we fire. Like, I may have probably said some shit. A lot of people say, oh, when you drunk, you say a lot of shit you don't mean, or they mean it, you mean it. My anger, yeah, I say a lot of shit I really don't probably mean, because I'm just mad as shit. Somebody really pissed me the fuck off. The man has been there.
But do you know, like, what your triggers are for why you were so easily angered?
For the most part, it was when someone always tried to, you know, make me feel like I was the problem. Or, you know, when it came to those scenarios where you just too close, and I'm telling you where my triggers are already. Like, if I'm telling you, don't get in my face, don't pull on me, you still continue to do those things.
Yeah.
What is that going to do to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? How much you?
Faith's always been trained.
No, like,
can't deny it. Trained to go. But to close out the pod, I don't know if you've watched the episode yet. So how we close out the pod is you'll just finish the sentence, okay? So there's something about your 20-somethings that... You want me to go first?
Yeah.
There's something about your 20-somethings that makes you appreciate the journey of others.
Okay. For me, do I say the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously not the same answer, but it's the same sentence.
It's something about your 20s that... No, it's hard. Give me another one.
No, that's it, bitch. That's the ending statement. Fuck. That's how we end every podcast. All right.
All right. It's something about your 20s that you definitely want to miss. You're definitely going to miss.
Wow. I love that.
When you do 40, 50s, like, you gonna be, we think about it now, like, oh my God, I wish I was in high school again.
I say that. I do.
You just want to miss it.
We're never getting this time back.
Ever, bro.
Appreciate where you are, guys. We're never getting this time back. As always, thanks for tuning in to the 20-somethings podcast. Thanks for coming. I love her always.